April 17, 2023. OceanQuest Marine Park buzzed with excitement as families gathered to witness the killer whales. The music swelled, promising a spectacle of wonder. No one suspected the tragedy about to unfold beneath the shimmering surface. This is the story of Elena Price, a woman whose passion for orcas bridged two worlds. She believed in respect and understanding, dedicating her life to these powerful creatures. But that day would remind us, nature's wildness can never be fully tamed. Humans have long been drawn to the beauty and intelligence of great animals, seeking connection, sometimes control. Yet we often forget. These are wild beings, not performers. Elena walked the fine line between connection and danger, seeing orcas as individuals, not just attractions. Her work was a lesson in humility and responsibility. The events of that day would force us to confront the limits of our relationship with the wild. Elena's story is not just one of loss, but a call to rethink how we engage with nature. It's a lesson written in deep blue water. Elena's love for the ocean began in childhood, exploring tide pools and dreaming of whales. Her fascination grew into a calling. She pursued marine biology, determined to work with whales up close. Starting at the bottom, she cleaned tanks and watched trainers, her dedication shining through. Eventually she became a trainer at OceanQuest, where she met Kairo, a young orca. Their bond was immediate and deep, built on trust, patience, and respect. Elena saw Kairo as a unique individual, not just an animal to train. She championed positive reinforcement and better habitats, always prioritizing the orca's well-being. Their interactions captivated visitors, more like a dance than a show. Elena's approach set her apart. Her empathy and intuition made her a star. She was living her dream, unaware of how fragile it was. Her connection with Kairo became legendary, a symbol of what was possible between human and animal. But even the strongest bonds have limits. The dream was more fragile than anyone realized. April 17th began like any other show day. Sunny, festive, the stadium packed. Elena and Cairo performed Ocean's Embrace, a routine they'd mastered. The crowd cheered as Cairo leapt and responded to Elena's cues. But then, a subtle shift. Cairo hesitated, missed a cue, his gaze distant. Elena noticed, trying to gently guide him back, but tension grew. Cairo's movements became erratic. The audience sensed something was wrong. Elena signaled to end the show early, but Cairo didn't respond. Suddenly he pulled Elena into the water. The crowd gasped, music stopped, alarms blared. Trainers rushed to help, but the struggle was fierce, the scene was chaos. Elena fighting for her life, Cairo agitated and confused. Emergency teams intervened, but it was too late. The stadium fell silent, the tragedy unfolding before hundreds. Elena's dream ended in the very waters she loved. The bond had been shattered in an instant. The aftermath was chaos and heartbreak. Elena's death sent shockwaves worldwide, sparking grief and outrage. Protests erupted, demanding an end to orca captivity. The tragedy ignited a fierce debate. Was this a freak accident or the inevitable result of captivity? Investigations scrutinized every aspect of OceanQuest's operations. Findings pointed to the psychological stress of captivity as a likely factor in Cairo's behavior. Public pressure forced change. OceanQuest ended waterwork with orcas and phased out breeding. New regulations spread across the industry, prioritizing safety and distance. Elena's death became a turning point, forcing a re-evaluation of our relationship with captive marine mammals. The spectacle was over. A new era of caution began. Her story became a catalyst for reform. The world could no longer ignore the risks. The tragedy demanded a better way forward. In her memory, the Elena Price Foundation was created to promote marine conservation and ethical wildlife practices. The foundation funds research and supports wild orca protection, aiming to educate rather than condemn. Elena's story accelerated change. Many parks ended breeding and shifted to educational shows. The industry faced hard truths about animal welfare and the dangers of close interaction. Elena's legacy is now a guiding principle: safety and respect above spectacle. Her life and death highlight the deep, complex bonds between humans and animals, and the risks that come with them. Her story is told to foster understanding and humility in our relationship with nature. Today, her legacy challenges us to see ocean giants with new eyes. It asks what we owe these creatures, not just what they can do for us. Elena's sacrifice forever changed the conversation about captivity and conservation. The ripples from that day continue, carrying a message of caution and respect. Her love for the ocean has helped create a safer world for the animals she adored.